What is up, survivors? We're back here for another mod review. Been here for a little while. It's actually pretty comfy, but let's get into it. We're going to go over the Viking RP Decor mod. This is pretty straightforward. It's Vikings. That RP stuff. I like how my head is like stuck in that angle. That's a little worrisome. Okay, we're out of that. Minor camera issues. Anyhow, what this essentially does is give you a lot of different decor options themed around the Viking environment, which is pretty perfect with the Fjordur map dropping here and probably this summer, but you can already download it now and play the modded version, and I highly recommend it because it's a beautiful map. But anyway, that's what we're looking at here. So it's a bunch of decor options that you should unlock fairly soon. But let's check it out. So at level 20, we're going to unlock everything that's going to be in this mod. You'll have a chest, you have a Viking bed, you have a Viking table, a Viking wardrobe, Viking bench, a Viking pelt, and a Viking tent. All of these things will be crafted on your person, and as we can see, pretty simple to craft most of these. I think it's bare materials for the most part, with the exception of the chest. Oh, no. The Viking table is going to take metal bars and cementing paste, as will the table. Okay, I'm a dirty liar here. So the wardrobe, the table, and the chest will take metal and cement. The rest of it's just bare materials. Pretty straightforward. You're going to need some pelt. Right away, I love the creativeness, the art going into this. I think it looks really cool. It's got that tribal / Viking vibe, definitely going for it, and it fits right in with that sort of decor. We have the bed here, which is just a standard bed. Well, it's actually a lot bigger, obviously, but you can lay on it. You can still do, I don't think you can do, yeah, it doesn't look like you could do like the fast travel from this one. So like, you know how normal beds, you'd be able to strip down and fast travel between beds. Doesn't look like you have that option with this one. Don't know if that was on purpose, but honestly, I don't know if a whole lot of people actually use that option. Anyway, it does look fantastic. I love the way that it looks. I don't actually, the one thing that I did not test, and I'm surprised that I didn't, is if any of this is paintable. So, hold please. All right, paintbrush. Let's see what happens. Oh no, there's no regions. Okay, never mind. I got excited. I thought I could. You cannot. Doesn't look like the paintable, which honestly isn't that bad of a thing. I think it looks great the way that it is. Looks great with the typical arc structures, the stone and the wood for sure. Probably even Adobe actually, because of how it's all textured. But still looks fantastic. And you can jump on the bed. That is a very hard mattress, but you know you're a Viking. You don't need soft mattresses. You're a Viking. Anyway, so giant bed. We have the wardrobe over here, which is a 50 slot wardrobe. And as you can see, looks great. You can throw everything in here that you want to throw in here. Holds up to 50 slots. You can lock it just like usual. You can pick them all back up. You don't have to destroy them. Awesome. And you can obviously rename them. The wardrobe might be one of my favorite ones. I love the scroll work all up and down the post, and even like the work on the hinges and everything. Like, it's not just flat. Like, if you lean out, you can actually see the hinge sticking out. This isn't like, it isn't just textured to look like a hinge. No. There's an actual hinge on there. Like, it's actually pretty in-depth and really gorgeous, I think. All the way around. And they look great, obviously. They're about 2 walls high, basically, so you're not going to be able to put them in standard one wall high structure, but it still work, and they look fantastic. So, over here, we have the table. Pretty straightforward. It's a table. You can put things on it. You can stand on it if you want to. If you're feeling like a rule breaker, dance on it if you're feeling froggy, I guess you can do that. But again, the scroll work looks great, the design looks great, but then it also matches everything really well too. Like the way the line work works, the way that the line work is patterned in here, it very much ties everything together pretty well. Going over here, we have a chest that is a 30 slot chest. Works just like a normal chest, pretty straightforward. Another storage option. And again, it's like the little things, like the actual hinges actually being hinges. Like there's a little bit of dimension here and the lock on top of it. Looks great, fantastic. And again, all the design work kind of ties into each other, which I always kind of like seeing with any of the decor mods. There's not many that don't do it, but every now and then I see one where the designs like kind of get broken up between the structures, but this is very unified and looks really good. Actually, I think using the chest at like the foot of the bed over here would actually look really great. We have a 3-seater bench, pretty straightforward. It's a bench, you sit on it. I like the little cushion option here. Cushion option's pretty cool. But yeah, 3-seat bench. Again, everything ties in. Looks fantastic. Going over here is the Viking pelt. This is essentially just an area rug that you can place. You can pick these guys up, put them down. But one of the really neat concepts that I really love seeing when everybody adds like the rugs and things into these games is the options to raise and lower the actual rug, right? So it tells you what the current number is, and then you can always raise the pelt or lower it depending on the type of foundations. This is awesome because we all know that our generic arc foundation, sometimes things don't sit flush, but then this also means that if you're tying this in with other mods, those foundations may not sit higher or lower than what you need. The ability to just move these guys around is super useful. And like I said, you can raise and lower it. You can just do it by 1. You can even do it by 0.1. Then you can also do it by a full 10. The one thing I noticed with this rug that, I mean, it could just be, which, you know what, let's test that. Let's get another foundation in here, just a wooden one, just so I can test this. And we can science this a little bit. So there wasn't a little bit of an issue when I was placing this guy. Let me place a wood foundation to make sure I'm not going crazy. So if I go to place the rug on the wooden foundation, it like automatically kind of meshes in with it, and it's kind of hard to target it a little bit. You kind of have to crouch down here, but you still can just raise it right up and you're good, right? So it's pretty easy to do that. The problem that I saw is when I went to place it on the stone foundation, I can't even see it. It's completely under, which is kind of a bummer, but you can play around with it and get to it and raise it up. The other option is if you're building this, I'm assuming this is just a minor overlook. Maybe it's probably going to get corrected, but in the meantime, if you're having issues with it, what you can do is kind of hang it off of a foundation somewhere. Like if you planned on building out here further, you might be able to just place this, or even pick up a foundation, probably would be a better bet. Like demolish this one and then maybe build it with it just hanging off just a little bit, so that you know you'll be able to get to the pelt, and then raise it up and then drop your foundation back down, and then just kind of raise and lower it how you see fit. But the option to do that and make sure that everything's flush is super useful. I'd never overlook that. I think that's really important with some of the rug mods. It's any of the decor mods that add something that does floor covering. I think it's super important. Yep. So anyway, that's the rug as well. I don't think any of this stuff's paintable though, right? Not even the rug. Let's see. I don't think so. Yeah. Oh, wait. Nope. Oh, the rug's paintable. Okay. So we can paint the rug. Well, now I feel like I gotta test everything. All right. So the bed wasn't. The cabinets are. Oh. What? No, it says. It gives me the region. But I'm not getting any color. Okay. So maybe you can't actually paint those. What about here? Oh. Maybe? Okay, so maybe just anything that has fur. Anything that has fur to it, you probably can paint. That's what I'm getting out of this so far. I'm just marking all these one color so I can kind of see what's going on. Yeah, it looks like just whatever's fur is what you'll be able to like change the color to, which is good. The option to put that little accent color in there is really nice. I like that. Maybe the option to change the color of like the mattress part of here of the Viking bed would be kind of cool too, but I think when you get into coloring all of these textures, it might get a little out of hand, but I do like the idea of being able to do that. That is a very bright green. Please don't do that. You'll hurt your eyeballs. Last but not least is this Viking tent, which, you know, doesn't come with this Harvs Corner chili statue, but if you desperately needed one, because let's be honest, this looks beautiful together, the link's in the description so you can find it. Anyway, let's pick this guy up so we can see what's going on. So this is essentially kind of the rug that you could place with a sleeping bag and then a tent on it as well. You'll have the option to lay in this. It works just kind of like a bed like the other ones do. For those, you know, for those times you just want to hang out on the beach and make a little tent. I do like that it's very easy to walk in and out of this too. Like you're not kind of jammed in here. It's not bouncing you around. It works really smooth. The only other thing that I noticed with the tent, and we can pick this guy up and wander over here with it, was kind of the same problem I was having with the rug, but it's not really as much of a big deal. So when we place this out here per se, it sits a little bit lower so you can't actually see, you can see the bedroll and you can see the tent and it still looks good, but you don't actually get to be able to see the rug. And unlike the rug, there's no option here to raise or lower this guy. I'm gonna try putting it on this wood foundation. Maybe it might be, no, but you can see where the rug is kind of there. So maybe it's just, maybe they just need to be raised up just a tiny bit. But other than that, I think it looks great. All in all, this is obviously a smaller mod, but I saw this one and I thought it looked really cool. I like seeing the different decor styles to this stuff. I'd like to see more added to this because I like the little things, the architecture, like the design work looks really great. I'd love to see some other stuff, maybe something simple like a bookshelf or some chairs or something like that. Maybe even like maybe torches, some sort of fire source. I mean, the possibilities are kind of endless when you got the style going. You could kind of tie it all in. I think that would look really great. Highly recommend this one. I think you should check it out. It's a small mod, and if you're looking for that little something extra for some of your kind of a Viking themed playthrough, I think this would be really great. Also, it'd be really great if you're doing like a Viking boat and you need just a little bit of added things to add in there. That would be really neat too. But that is it, guys. That's the RP Viking Decor mod. We will have a link to the Steam Workshop page in the description of the video so you guys can check that out whenever you wish. And as always, thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. See you on the next one.